know, James also has something in common with my own dad, bless you. My dad, James Claude, and this James both live with type 2 diabetes. James, how long have you had it?
Since the 90s.
Since the 90s, so more than 20 years now.
Yeah.
But it's very manageable, isn't it now? We've come a long way.
I was lucky that it was discovered quite by accident. I was in a center for weight control and diet, trying to lose some weight, and I fell asleep on the bench in the middle of a gymnasium one day, and the doctor who was there said that's not normal, and he encouraged me to go get checked out. I got a test, and there it was, type 2 diabetes.
How does the family deal with that? Because it really is a lot about diet, right?
And a lot about family.
And family.
Once I knew that I had type 2 diabetes, it was all about getting help from my family and my doctors. The family in terms of changing my lifestyle, I'm still working on that.
Right.
If you put a tub of lard in front of me and a pile of sugar, I'm supposed to eat it.
James, if you were to do that, I would eat it first.
You'd be eating the leftovers. Yeah. You know, our family, too, my grandfather actually had type 1 diabetes, the type you're born with. But, you know, our family was always about things in moderation. And don't you think that that's largely the message?
Diet, I think that diet and exercise, right, is a big part of combating that, particularly diet.
James is actually involved in a campaign called I Can Imagine. That's the name of it, right, James?
Yeah.
I Can Imagine. And we're going to link everybody up to that information and that website. In fact, I'm going to download a bunch of that stuff and share it with my dad at home. But it's a resource, right, James, where people get a lot of information.
Yeah, well, if you log on to icanimagine.com, they'll offer you a quiz, and that sort of helps you determine what your behavioral strengths are.
Oh.
What's natural for you to get on track, and.
It's the question about the lard and the sugar in there.
And the pie and the right.
Yeah, that's right.
And the control, not discipline so much as just control. You know.
That is another thing. My dad will have a little bit of whatever everybody's having, but that for him was the trick, having a little bit of Emerald's Boston cream pie instead of the Boston cream pie, which my mother is so guilty of. She doesn't have type 2 diabetes, but man, she could take down a pie. She only eats the middle, though. Ladies, do you do this, do that girl math? My mother thinks if she only eats out the middle and it's something like a pumpkin pie, that somehow she's getting vegetables and vitamins. If she doesn't eat the crust, there's no calories in the sugar or the cream. Crazy, crazy. James, it's such a pleasure to have you here. It's been such just a joy. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
We love you so much.